Fed Week is here, and the market just gave us a clear message about what happens when you wait for rates to get better. I am Ron Siegel, Certified Liability Advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. The reality check on Fed cuts. Listen, everyone's talking about the Fed cutting rates next week. It's practically guaranteed, but here's what most people don't understand. The mortgage market already priced this in back on August 22nd. Look at the 10-year Treasury. Before the Fed telegraphed their cut intentions, we were sitting at 4.32%. Today, we're at 4.07%. That 25 basis point drop, that's your Fed cut already baked into the cake. The windows of opportunity story. Let me show you something that should make every client stop waiting. Since the middle of 2023, we've had 8 separate windows where rates dropped to refinanceable levels. 8 opportunities. And you know how long most of those windows stayed opened? The last one was a single day. Before that, a week and a half. Some were just 2 days. The longest was maybe a couple of weeks. Strategy beats rate always, but you can't implement strategy if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment that lasts about as long as a decent cup of coffee. The marry the home, date the rate numbers. Here's a real scenario for your clients. Someone's waiting for rates to drop 0.75% because they think 3 Fed cuts are coming. Let's say it takes a year for that to happen. If they're looking at a home today, waiting costs them about $133 extra per month for a year. That's $1,600. Add in $4,000 to refinance later, and you're looking at $5,600 in total costs. But what did they sacrifice? Even with conservative 3.5% appreciation, they just gave up $19,000 in equity gains. The math isn't even close. And a labor market reality check, the employment picture is telling us something important. Initial jobless claims just hit a 4-year high at 263,000. That's not a typo, highest since 2021. More concerning, this spike happened in the first week of September, which historically sees claims go down, not up. We're seeing weakness in states that matter. Texas led with a 15,000 increase, Michigan up nearly 3,000. John Burns research found that 63% of home builders report their local peers conducting layoffs. In Texas, it's 87%. In Florida, 79%. The labor market deep dive. Let me paint you a full picture of what's happening in the job market. Back in March, I warned that initial claims would spike 6 months out when higher unemployment expectations crossed above the 60% threshold to 66%. That was prescient analysis, and here we are 6 months later with claims 17.9% higher. But it's not just the headline number. We're seeing real weakness where it matters. Bank of America weekly card spending data shows furniture down 4.9% year over year and home improvement down 7.9%. When people get nervous about their jobs, they stop buying things for their homes. The ripple effects are already showing up. Outside of essentials like housing, utilities, healthcare, real consumer spending on everything else, that's $10.8 billion, completely stalled from March to July. What this means for the lending strategy? Here's where strategy beats rate always, and it becomes critical. Your clients who are waiting for that perfect rate environment may find themselves in a market where qualifying becomes the bigger challenge than the rate itself. We're already seeing this with challenging files, business owners, people with income and assets mismatches, the types of loans that require real expertise, not just rate shopping. When the market tightens, lenders tighten too. This is exactly why we focus on suitability, not just eligibility. Anyone can qualify someone when times are good. It takes a certified liability advisor to structure deals that work when the market gets choppy. The consumer spending reality. The data from Bank of America tells us everything we need to know about where consumer confidence is heading. Restoration Hardware just slashed their revenue outlook. One Labor Day weekend sale doesn't make up for fundamental weakness in the housing-related retail sector. Look at the September PPI data for furniture retailing. It peaked in September 2024 and has been sliding since. Residential specialty trade contractor payrolls are following the same pattern. When people stop improving their homes, it's because they're worried about keeping them. The message for your clients need to understand something fundamental about this market. The household blended interest rate is what matters, not the individual mortgage rate. Cash flow impact on the budget is what counts. We're in our 8th refinancing window since 2023. History shows these don't last. The market doesn't wait for anyone to make up their mind, but more importantly, the qualification environment isn't going to get easier. If anything, we're moving into a period where having the right team becomes more valuable than chasing the lowest rate. Bottom line, if you have clients on the fence about purchasing or refinancing, show them the data. Don't let them wait for a perfect rate that may never come while they watch equity opportunities disappear and qualification standards tighten. For tools to help your clients understand why strategy beats rate always, book a consultation with us, bookrs15.com, bookrs15.com. The numbers don't lie and the windows don't stay open forever. Make sure your clients aren't the ones looking back 6 months from now, wishing they had acted today. Have a great weekend. I'm here if you need me.